Hello there, comic book fans. I got 5 comics this week, and I'm a day early since I'm usually there on Thursdays, but went on a Wednesday afternoon this week. 5 comics that cost me just under $15, I think it was. Not bad. I guess that meant most of them were averaged under $3 a comic. I'll take that. And plus, I got a few freebies thrown in. I'll have to show you those. We start with Rumble, issue 7. I've really enjoyed this Rumble series. Written by John Arcudi, James Harden, and Dave Stewart on colors. It's well drawn. We have a whole cast of sort of monstrous and mythical characters who are leftovers from an age before man ruled the planet. And it's kind of action-packed and lighthearted. Like I said, this is one. This is one of those comics that started out. Some people bought the first few issues, and it didn't reveal enough about kind of the world they're in for a lot of people. But now there's plenty of the world revealed. So I'm enjoying Rumble. Good comic. And then we have the Manhattan Projects of Sun Beyond the Stars, issue number 3. This is the second Manhattan Projects series where they split up. They're going to do a bunch of different genres in each of the miniseries. I don't know how many issues this is scheduled to run. But this is the sci-fi one. So it's some humans out into space in this really weird and strange space station and planets, and they're off on site. It's difficult to describe this except to say it's a strange space story. Oh, and speaking of not knowing when something's going to run, I mentioned I didn't know last week. I didn't know how long Southern Cross was going to run, and last week was issue 5, and issue 6 winds up the series. So Southern Cross was turns out it's going to be a 6-issue miniseries, and you know how Image is. Sometimes you don't know when you first buy it, but very much enjoying Southern Cross, and when it comes out in trade, you should check it out. And now here we have Tech Jacket, number 11. You know what? This one reminds me a lot of XO Man of War, in that they both wear space armors from outer space. Of course, that's a little redundancy for you. They wear alien armors, and now aliens are coming to Earth and trying to conquer it. But Tech Jacket is $2.99, so it won out over the $3.99. XO Man of War. It's really, they kind of have similar themes, but they're not that similar. But it's a solid, there's nothing, solid superhero action. Now it's superhero space action. It's, not a spectacular book, but it's a decent story, fun book, and at only $2.99, I'll keep getting it. And here we go with Thief of Thieves number 31. Sean Martinborough on the art. This is Andy Dingle writing it. Andy Diggle. There we go. Sean Martin Braw. That isn't Burrow. That's Sean Martin Braw. If I ever meet him, I'll have to ask him how to pronounce his name. But very much enjoying Thief of Thieves still. We're up about to issue 31. This story arc I've really been enjoying. It's about a woman a friend of the Thief of Thieves here, who was arrested for all his crimes. And now, this issue, it turns into a courtroom drama. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but very good series. It's mostly a caper book. This is kind of the first story arc where the caper has turned into a legal caper. So I'm anxious to read this issue and see how it goes, because story's been fun. Leaves you with a lot of cliffhangers and a lot of good resolutions to cliffhangers too. That's key to writing cliffhangers, is writing a good resolution. But Thief of Thieves number 31, give it a look. And here we go with Wolf issue 3. You can barely tell from that logo. You can't really read. What is that? Nolf? Logos you can't read kind of annoy me. But which reminds me, I was in the store today. I really don't like that Tokyo Ghost logo. That one was annoying me. Not that nothing doesn't say if the comic's good or bad, but that logo, just looking at it in the store, annoyed me. But anyway, here we go with Wolf number 3. Liked the first two. I'm still not sold on it, but I like it, but I want to like it more. It's like I liked the first issue. I liked the back half of the first issue. The second issue was okay, but not as good as the back half of the first issue. We'll see how the third issue goes. It's a takes place in L.A. It's a supernatural detective crime drama sort of thing. There's our Cthulhu-faced guy. He's got tentacles on the face. Some woman who might be the Antichrist. That made me yawn. Another Antichrist end of the world story. Yawn. I hope they get away from that. Another Chosen One story. Yawn. Get away from the Antichrist Chosen One stuff, and I'll like it a lot better. But we'll see how this issue goes. I'll let you know. And for the free stuff, I don't even know. I haven't quite looked at these. It's like we get Vertigo 2015 preview, 12 number ones. Oh, better make sure you get multiple copies of this, because in 5 years, if one of these is a hit, someone's going to be telling you that this is the very first appearance of Unfollow, or whatever the hit book of the 12 is in here. I haven't looked at them yet, but you see that on YouTube all the time. These, especially the Vertigo, it seems, a free, the iZombie free preview. This is worth millions now. So be sure to get your free preview of Survivor's Club. Otherwise, in 5 years, when it's worth $15, you'll go, holy cow, how did I never get that? And what's this one? Batman Endgame Special Edition. What is Batman Endgame? Plus, special 8-page sneak preview of Batman and Robin Eternal. First appearance of Batman and Robin Eternal. How can you pass this up? There's just a couple free things in the comic shop. I'm always up for a free thing, even though it just might get thrown in the recycled bin. Actually, I never throw them in the recycled bin. I throw them in the to be gotten rid of box and hardly ever get rid of them, so I got a bunch of stuff in the to be gotten rid of box. So those were the two free comics I got this week. And finally, I have to show you this. I've got 10 coverless copies of Justice League number 1. Since these were returnable, my local comic shop gave them to me because I want to try crafting my own alternate covers for these. Just because something I've wanted to try, and they were just bringing these to the dumpster because when a comic is returnable, you tear off the cover and send Diamond back the cover so they can give you credit for it being returnable, and then these just all get trashed. So I was like, I'll take some of those. He was like, sure. It's got the back cover intact. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it. I'm going to take a printout of some of my artwork somehow. I'm not sure what paper. I have to remove the staples and put them back in, yada, yada, yada. But anyway, there's my next little project I want to do. Make my own alternate covers. And speaking of covers, here's the artwork that's in my background. The Painted Lady issue 4 is one I just made. It's from my fake comic book cover series. I can always make an alternate cover of that. We'll see. But that's one I just op-arted out earlier in the week and had a lot of fun with. I'm working on number 5 right now, but you can see all sorts of crazy patterns. And tattooed. And this, Busby, I think I may have shown this before, but I just used this as the back cover for a digital comic I'm working on, which I'll have to let you know when I finally get it released. But I'm working on it. I'm going to try to release it through the Kindle and whatever else I can, because that's easy enough. But this is the back cover to it. I have it colored up and all in a document. It's almost finished, but not quite. But there we go. A little bit of my artwork for the week. You guys have a good one out there.